What's up guys, this is Gilad from VA Philippines. In this video we're going to talk about a very important report that I would like to see from my VA in the end of every shift. And that's what we call an end of the day report, EDR. Now, working with somebody remotely could be challenging because they're not with me in the office. I don't see exactly what they're doing, and I don't get to talk to them and see which problems they encounter. This is why a report from a VA could be a very good solution. I would like to see 5 points coming from the report that my VA will be sending to me in the end of every shift. The first point would be, what were you doing? It looks like obvious to me to know what my VA was doing, but sometimes you'll be surprised to see that from the list of tasks that you wanted the VA to be doing, some of them they were not able to do, some of them they had problems with, and some of them maybe they did some things that were not even in the list and which you want to improve. Maybe it will give you ideas of other things that you want to add to the list and so on. So this is why it's important for me to see what actually was done from the list of things that were supposed to be done. The second thing would be to know how much time it took them to do each and every task. If you already have a calendar and a schedule for the VA, then you will already know exactly on each day what the VA is supposed to be doing in the first hour, the second hour, and so on. But if you don't, and even if you do, then it's really good for me to know how much time it took the VA to do each and every task. Sometimes I will see that a certain task was taking them too much time, and then I would like to know maybe I should add them more hours of work. Maybe on the other hand, I would see that there's a certain task that I thought would take them 3 hours to work, took them only 2, which would give me an idea of what else I can give the VA to do. So it's important for me to understand exactly how much time it took the VA to do, and if I need to add or deduct hours or maybe add tasks. This is the second point that I would like to see in the report. The third point that I'd like to see is to know if there were any problems that the VA encountered. Sometimes there are problems that the VA need to solve during the shift, during the work that they were doing on a specific task, and this is why I would like to know which problems they encountered and how did they solve them. Maybe I would have a better solution. Maybe I could guide them and give them extra training in order to work better the next time. So I would like the VA to not be afraid and to report to me every time that they had problems and how did they manage them. The fourth point is to learn from the VA how do they think that they can do it better. For example, like what did they learn from the process? How would they make a better work the day after? If I do not ask this question, then a lot of things could not change. I would like to force my VA to think how the solution and the problem that they encountered could lead them to do a better job next time. So maybe they will recommend me to work on a different tool, maybe a different software. Maybe there is on the way that we work between me and my VAs, there are things that we should improve. Maybe some of the videos or instructions that I have given them are not that clear and their recommendation would be to change something. This is super important for me to know and a super important point. The fifth point would be how can I help them to improve? Okay, so it's not just listening to their problems and how they solve them and what do they recommend, but also like how they think that I could be helping them. And that connects me to the fourth point, and that like maybe I should buy for them a new software, maybe we should change some things. So a lot of times this question of how can I help them will be easier for them to work and will ultimately bring us to a better level and a high level of working the VAs. Now, these are the 5 points. I would like to see these points coming to me in a report. It could be either Excel or Drive, or it could be using software such as Trello or Asana. It doesn't really matter, and each one is working differently according to what they like to work with the VA, but it's important that I will get it in the end of every shift every single day. So when I wake up in the morning, I will already have a list of things that I'll know exactly what my VA was working on and which problems they had and how can I help them, so I can already reply and make sure that the day after will have a better job. These are the 5 points of the way that I think that you should expect your VA to be working with you, and see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.